Hey everyone, welcome back to another video with me, Barry Hugo. In today's video, we're going to be digging into the big question more teams are starting to ask, and that is, can AI replace low-code platforms like Microsoft Power Apps, or are they actually going to work better together? So let's dig into it and explore it in a little bit more detail. So Power Apps, we all know, was built for Microsoft Enterprise, and it empowers people like you and me and non-developer type people to build apps securely using all the Microsoft tools like SharePoint, Flow, Power Automate, Dataverse, Teams, Excel, you name it, the Microsoft product. It's likely that Power Apps can integrate with it. And it's pretty much drag and drop, easy to use, a bit of code here and there, and we can get an app up and running. And it all comes with enterprise grade security, compliance. Our administrators can lock it down and manage the environment. We've got data loss prevention controls, compliance controls, loads of integrations and access policies, all managed by Microsoft. So this is great for us to go away without having a requirement for developers and building loads of apps like timesheet apps and expense approval apps and holiday request apps and all sorts of funky apps. We've done it and we've built this with Power Apps, and it's pretty great and we all love it. But now here comes generative AI and in the mix, and oh my gosh, now I can spin up ChatGPT and loads of Claude and Gemini and Grok and all the others, and just type in some English language and it goes away and builds me a website. It can design me data models, databases, deploy it all for me, get it up and running. This is wonderful, amazing, absolutely extraordinary. And it certainly lowers the bar for people to generate applications, but there's a big but. These apps are inherently not secure, right? If anyone can just go out on the internet to these chatbots, spin up a web application that does the same thing as a Power App, but now we don't have these enterprise controls around these apps. They just deployed, people assume that they're secure, they're inherently insecure, the code that is generated is not secure. There's probably loads of vulnerabilities and misconfigurations, and who knows where this data is going to be hosted, and are the databases securely configured, and who's going to have access to this, right? So when you're deploying this stuff using these new AI generative coding tools, you're in full control of everything, and that means all the compliance or cybersecurity requirements that normally you have specialist teams to manage this, right? So you don't know what you don't know, and you think you're deploying something that's going to be secure. The next thing, you could be in a lot of trouble if you lose customer data. You could destroy your brand and reputation. So although these tools are great, there are a lot of things that you need to take into consideration when you're deploying them. So it's great for hobbies and maybe doing some trial demos, but certainly if you're going to be using these tools to generate business type applications, it's heavily advised that you get some specialist coders, specialist security teams to have a look at what you've done, to assess it before you start deploying this into the real world. So I think Power Apps and low-code platforms, they're still winning in the enterprise. Where I see this going is more generative AI being leveraged within these platforms. So probably less reliance on us content creators, especially within these low-code platforms. More reliance on generative AI. Eventually, you won't be doing any of the dragging and dropping, and possibly the coding. You'll just be speaking to the chatbot within Microsoft, and then that chatbot will go away and configure and design the app for you. And so I think we're not far off there. There's certainly a lot. We've already come a long way on that front. So so I think my take at the moment is I don't see Power Apps and other low-code platforms going anywhere anytime soon, but I do see more and more integration with generative AI. I see you being able to the bar even lower than before, because generally Power Apps, although it was quite easy, there was quite a steep learning curve to using it. I think that learning curve will diminish, and I think it'll be much easier to just speak into these generative AI. It will leverage whatever platform it needs, whether it's Power Automate or Power Apps, to create these applications and these integrations without you having to do much at all. And the best of all, these will be covered with these enterprise security controls and administrative controls, so you don't have to worry about it. You can just carry on building these apps. Anyway, I'd love to see what you guys think on this topic. I think there's certainly a space for generative AI outside of Microsoft that isn't bound by Microsoft. But as I said, these are got to be controlled. They got to have the teams to review and manage the cyber and other elements around them. And it does open the door, especially in the open source world, to a lot of opportunities outside of Microsoft. But within the enterprise, there's still a long way to go for Power Apps and with generative AI within the enterprise. So I'd love to hear your comments. Do hit us up below with any of your thoughts. My promise is to respond to every one of your comments, so I'd love to hear from you. And do remember to subscribe, and we'll hopefully hear you, hopefully see you at the next video. Take care.